Hello, this is Tom with the Tractor Rescue Ranch. I finally got the cover on the greenhouse. I think I am going to, rather than take the time to do the editing, I'm really slow at editing and not very good at, but anyway, I've got a bunch of film that I have taken as I built this, and I think I'll just publish them all as separate things. So I'll start with this one and then I'll jump back to the beginning. I'm not quite done with it yet for the year, but for now we've got 62 degrees outside right now. It's early afternoon and we've had a really nice warm fall. Unusual to go this long. But anyway, yesterday was the first day we had the top on it, so it didn't have a chance to warm up much. But this morning we had 33 degrees inside the greenhouse and it was 20 degrees outside the greenhouse. So that was a 13-degree increase, and I hope that it'll even get better than that when it has some time to warm up the thermal mass on it. I think this afternoon we are going to plant some cold weather crops just to see how it goes. Boy, it is nice and warm in here. I just looked at the outside thermometer and 32 degrees and it's 80 in here now. So it's warmer now than it was yesterday afternoon. Having more time to develop that thermal mass. But 80 degrees just feels really warm. Anyway, almost everything here was just built with salvage, scrap salvage. You can see the rebar I've got there welded up. The rebar sticks out going out and it's welded onto dead men out there to help hold the weight back of all of the ground that's back there. So the whole thing here, pretty much 6 feet on the south side as below ground level, and so it would be 8 feet on the north side as below ground level. I'm anxious to see how much warmer it is. So if we had a 12 or 13 degree increase in it overnight tonight with just an afternoon with the top on it, I'm hoping with it getting it warmed up today will give us a little bit better than a 13 degree increase. This is just, a lot of this here, part of it is temporary. I want to eventually put the covering, I want to do the insulated, the stiff insulated polyurethane, I think is what it is. So eventually that's my goal. That stuff's just really expensive, and this system with these tracks and the wire that holds them in, and then that's a 4-year tarp that goes over it. It's supposed to last for 4 years. That's way cheaper than the other stuff, so for now hopefully I'll get a few years out of it this way, and when I get the money and the budget I can go on and do it with the good insulations the rigid insulation on the covering for it. That's kind of how it was designed and made. So pretty much the plastic and the tracks that holds the plastic on is all I had to buy on this. Everything else was just given to me as scrap. That's kind of the way it's designed, the way it is. I'd have done things different if I'd just made this with the things that I wanted to make it with. So that's where we're at. So the next few videos after this will just be a few short clips as I was building it. And I am going to try to keep some really close records to see how we're doing, how much temperature, but I'm hoping if it'll even gain me, I think optimistically, a month earlier in the spring to be able to plant, and a month later, that would really change my ability to garden in this country. Since a lot of times I've seen a summer here when it froze every month during the summer, so we don't have much of a growing season here. So if I can gain a month on either side, a regular high tunnel won't gain you that much, but I'm hoping this underground deal will gain me a month on either side of it. So anyway, the theory here, underneath my feet here is a great big deep pit, and that air down there stays a constant temperature. It's the temperature of the earth. I don't know, somewhere around 40 degrees. So the theory being, when at night when it gets really cold, the cool air will settle down into there, and warm air will rise up out of that pit, being the temperature of the earth, and keep it from freezing. And then some other things that I've done here I don't have finished yet. That pipe there, and then you go across this bed here to that pipe. It goes into a network that's buried underneath the bed there. So if we circulate hot air through that, it'll charge up that earth battery with heat, and then you'll have that heat to radiate off in the fall. I've got an idea. Most people on this kind of stuff just use fans, and I'm trying to make this as completely passive so it doesn't require any outside inputs. I do have power plumbed into here, and then right here I'm gonna send it back out again, going over to the chicken coop to keep the water in the chicken coop from freezing. So I will have power to run some fans if I need to, but I'm hoping to be able to do it completely passive. My ideas on circulating this air is to use a trom wall, and hopefully the trom wall will be enough to suck air through that system and won't require any electricity. I'm not sure if a trom wall will have that much energy in it to suck air through that system or not, but I'm kind of hoping that it will. That'll be a project for next year. And then next year we'll be fine, but next year when I get the rigid covering on it, I'll have to put in some vents. I think it won't heat up as much as a high tunnel would, but I think for sure that it'll probably get too hot in here, being under the ground level. It'll be too hot in here, and I'll have to do some vents. But for this winter I don't think we'll need any vents at all, so I'm going to wait on doing the ventilation until next summer when I get everything else finished with the rigid stuff on top. Anyway, thanks for watching, and look forward to a few short clips on this deal as I was building it.